Now it's time to head over to MTS Tayeb. He's standing by for us, taking a look at some of the stories breaking around the world. MTS, you're following a few stories, including a new study really showing the toll of the Afghan war, particularly the toll it's had on civilians. What can you tell us?
Yeah, hey, Anne-Marie, good to talk to you. And yeah, that study, pretty alarming. And the statistics that go with it are frankly shocking. According to researchers at Brown University, the number of Afghan civilians here, killed in airstrikes carried out by the U.S. and its allies has risen by, get this number, 330% since 2017 in just the last 3 years. Now, last year alone, in 2019, there were over 700 civilian fatalities, including children. Now, as we know, earlier this year, the Trump administration signed a peace deal with the Taliban, who the U.S. has been fighting for nearly 2 decades, and of course what we know as America's longest war. And since losing the election to now President-elect Joe Biden, there are rumors swirling that President Trump could reduce the number of U.S. troops on the ground in Afghanistan to just 2,500 before he leaves office, something the leadership in Kabul say would be catastrophic. Now, over in India, something that could also potentially be catastrophic. This time, a mystery illness is setting off alarm bells. At this very moment, a team of medical experts is rushing to the southern Andhra Pradesh state to try to understand why at least one person is dead and hundreds more are in hospital. The patients are suffering from a wide range of symptoms, including nausea, fits, and fainting. According to doctors, initial testing revealed large amounts of nickel and lead in the blood of those who are sick. Now, investigators are really trying to figure out if something called organochlorines, which is a banned substance, could have been used as pesticides in the region, which is already struggling from a major coronavirus outbreak with over 800,000 infections, making it one of the worst affected states in all of India. Now, let's move now to where the coronavirus outbreak all began. Yep, Wuhan, China. It's almost a year since the Chinese city reported the first cases in the world of COVID-19, originating, as many believe, from one of its wet markets. And while so many of us across the globe are still dealing with major outbreaks, straining healthcare systems, damaged economies, which of course, and we're also of course seeing a lot of fatalities, life in Wuhan is largely back to normal after China imposed some of the most strict lockdown measures in the world. And finally, Argentinian soccer legend Diego Maradona, who died 2 weeks ago at the age of 60, could be honored in his native country in a major way. Check this out. A senator in Argentina wants to put Maradona on one of the country's banknotes, with some suggesting that iconic Hand of God image could look pretty good on a 1,000-peso note. Anne-Marie.
Yeah, you know, why not? You could put him on a stamp, but I mean, how often do you use stamps these days, right? So why not put him on a banknote?
Well, yeah, exactly. They want to put it on a banknote. But, you know, I think some here in the UK might not like that. He, of course, won that goal over them in 1986 World Cup. So Maradona, not very well loved here in the UK, but certainly in Argentina and around the world for being such a great football player.
Well, if you don't like it, you can always use plastic. MTS, thank you very much.